Alright, what is going on, everybody? I thought I'd do this quick little video on 21 things, kidding, a couple things that I've learned at 21. I'm 22 years old right now, so yeah, I thought of, so the first thing that I have on here is to be grateful for the things that you have. Yeah, it kind of just speaks for yourself. I've always kind of envied or admired others when they always had like the latest cell phone or like the latest laptop or whatever, or having a car at such a young age and stuff. I personally, I don't have a car. I do drive now, finally, sort of. I'm still learning, but yeah, most of the time I'm just on the public transit and taking the TTC. So yeah, I've always kind of envied or just admired how other people was able to have all these other things when I only have this. And when I sort of started to realize that, well, not just since I was 21, like even before, like just to be grateful for the things you have, because there's so many other people around the world that have less than what you have. So it's just important to just be grateful and yeah, be grateful for the things that you have. Be grateful that you have a bed. Be grateful that you have a home and a warm house to come to every night, because sometimes there's so much other people that are wishing to have these kinds of things, the basic necessities. And I'm sorry if there's like leaves here. I have like a forest happening, but yeah. It's important to just okay. So the next one is to do things for yourself and not for others. Don't try to do things just because it makes someone else happy, or don't do things for others if it makes them happy, but it makes you feel uncomfortable, or it doesn't make you happy at all. You want to do things for yourself because that's what's going to make you into a better person, and that's what's going to help you make you grow and become wiser and all those kinds of things. I know sometimes like people will say, oh, just suck it up and just do it. Maybe in some cases, like, yes, fine, that will work. But if that's all that you're saying to yourself, like, just suck it up and just do it. Like, I don't know, I feel like if you just keep on thinking that way, you're just gonna become unhappy and an unhappy person, and that's not what we're about. You want to be as happy as possible and to just live your life to the fullest. So yeah. The third one here is to don't be afraid and to stand up for yourself and to say something. Growing up, just not even when I was 21, growing up in general, I've always been a very shy and a timid person in general, and I was always afraid to speak. I always remember like whenever me and my parents would order food, like at some like fast food restaurant or something, my parents would be like, oh, okay, so try, like, why don't you try and order and ever. And I would always remember like me just getting scared, and I would always hide behind their backs because I would always be so scared to like talk to people. It's important to stand up for yourself and to say something, because if you don't, then who will? You can't always be reliant on other people to say something for you, or else in life you're probably not going to get the things that you want. Or you see something and you see that it's like something that's uncomfortable to you, you just say something. Be like, hey, dude, what the hell, man? Or something like that. Yeah. So the fourth one here is that you can't please anyone, or sorry, you can't please everyone. You can't, please both sides of the party. In some cases you can compromise between both parties, and like, people can be happy on both ends, but most of the time that's not really the case, and you kind of just have to accept that. I don't know, maybe this is something that I'm still working on also. I'm always trying to take into consideration both sides and to see where I can find the sort of balance between the two people, but this is something that I'm actually still working on, so yeah. The next one here, I've lost count. The next one here is that you being angry and losing your temper won't be able to solve anything. And I think this is something that anyone can learn from. Patience is definitely key. I know it's very understanding. I can understand when people can sometimes they just lose their temper when they just have no patience. I get that. But obviously yelling and losing your temper obviously isn't going to solve anything, because to that other person who's listening to you yelling, they're just going to become defensive and they're just going to yell back. So it's not really going to solve anything at the end of the day. So, yeah. The next one here I have is that is to focus on being a better you. And I think this is kind of overlaying some of the other things that I was talking about earlier, was to focus on being a better you before focusing on others. Focus on developing yourself as an individual, externally, internally, and just growing. Do all the things that you want to do first, and then you can do whatever else. The next one here, YouTube is a great way to getting across your feelings. I started YouTube, it was kind of like in and out, so I started YouTube even back in high school. I remember I made my first video with one of my best friends. She's still my best friend now. It was back in high school, and I think we did like some sort of Q&A or something like that.
We met high school, grade 9, and now we are in grade 12, so 4 years and still going. Yes.
And yeah, I don't know, I really like the whole idea of, you know, getting your camera, your webcam or whatever, what have you, and just talking in front of it, taking pieces and clips and just posting it on a website where over 1 million people can watch. I don't know, I just thought that was really cool. The second one, or no, the second last one is that love is an amazing thing. Yeah. And the last one here is to be your own you and not others. So when I say that, I mean, when you have other people that, oh my god, okay, this is really awkward. I just got completely distracted. So this camera that I'm filming on, it's laying right in front of a window, and so I can kind of see like my neighbors. I just saw someone pop out. Anyway, okay, so the last one here is to be your own you and not others. So what I mean by that is when you have someone that you are inspired by, whether it be a celebrity, a YouTuber, or just anybody, a prof, try and keep your identity. To keep your identity and keep your own uniqueness, and then use those people that you are inspired by to kind of mold yourself into a better person, but still retaining that personality and quirkiness that you have. Don't lose yourself into idolizing too much into other people, is what I mean. Well, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys are inspired and you get some little tips and hints on ways to become a better person. And yeah, see you guys next time.